What?
Less metal.
Oh, okay.
When you want to get off the darkest ground,
Ass.
but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear skies.
We're back.
We're back.
Much to everybody's regret.
Hello and welcome to Sci Strike Movie Night. I am Shadow. I'm stepping in for Sci Striking tonight. We got a lot of stupid for you, but we'll go ahead and get onto the panel intros. We have a smaller panel tonight. Let's go ahead and start out with Tornado Pelt.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, what an honor. My name is Tornado Pelt, and once again, Movie Night is powered by Mountain Dew. And despite everyone saying it's not, it is, and, well, Pepsi, hashtag Pepsi, please sponsor us.
We also have a Momnado.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Movie Night. Hopefully everybody enjoys and ignore the soda sponsor request. It's never going to happen.
Fair.
A guy can dream, can he?
Get them to sponsor us too. And also, we have One Wing Sparrow.
Hey guys, sorry about the late start. My wing got stuck in the rocket booster. I got stuck to the other side, so it didn't go well, and yeah, sorry.
The rocket booster is a rake.
Or broom.
Or a broom. And Sci Striking is listed again, so mind yourselves.
Oh,
So I guess let's go ahead and see what's on the stupid wheel tonight.
All right.
I think.
Yep.
Oh, they
Wait,
should be
here
fine.
we go.
There's Jess.
We don't have colors tonight. Sorry.
No
Aw.
problem. All right.
Oh, my.
So tonight on the stupid wheel, we have Recharge, Invaded, Trees, Bible, and Sexual. Bound chicka bound wow.
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, no. The sexually invaded recharge
With a Bible and trees. Oh God.
versus the Bible and trees.
not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping for Invaded just because it sounds like it could be fun to tear that particular stupid apart.
Oh, God.
So I believe Tornado, if you would like to do the honors.
Wheel of Misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it! Do 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 do. Oh no, oh no, oh
God.
Oh, God, the Bible.
No.
We lost. We got the
no.
Bible.
Oh, no.
All right. I guess we're getting the stupid started early.
Oh.
What am I saying about Ewoks and what?
What?
Oh,
Ewoks. Okay.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
admin,
Yes,
we may need to boot somebody.
That was fun. The sexual trees have invaded the chat, apparently.
We're being invaded. We
I think
may need the Bible.
Crustacean, what the hell?
What?
Agent Crustacean, before we get started, Agent Crustacean says, "Here's the wheel. It's full of shit. Let's take a spin and see what we get."
Yeah, it's kind of the abridged version of the wheel song, kind of like my birthday song. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Purple also said we lost. Does that imply there was some way to win at this? And yes, keep drinking. Keep drinking, you win.
Eventually.
Unless you drink Mountain Dew, in which case you kind of lose by default.
Hey, Mountain Dew is a winning drink. Just ask every extreme sports person who's endorsed that.
Here's hoping Pepsi can endorse, stupid debunking as an extreme sport.
All right, here we go, guys.
Historical documents are actually affirming the biblical story. So the text from the Bible is as clear as it gets, but we, historians, can actually prove it by using outside information which we cross with the Bible. It's like an amazing crossroad that we stand.
All right. Yes, Tornado.
The Bible, most people seem to forget when they're affirming the Bible, is, well, it's got mentions of famous people and famous places. But that doesn't mean it actually happened. It's like, London is real, therefore Harry Potter must be true. That's basically what you're saying.
But I'd rather believe in Harry Potter than... All right. Anybody else?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Mom Nato.
I want citations for these historical documents that he is saying support the Bible and support what's written in the Bible, because what everybody has to remember is supposedly the Bible was written in something BC, before Christ, and then
It's called BCE, actually, before the Common Era.
Well, the point is that a lot of what is written that they say took place was, in like one anti-dominio, whatever.
Anno Domini.
No, Domini.
Whatever. I don't care. I can't be accurate. I'm not perfect. But the point is that it was written over 2,000 years ago. So, there's a lot that could be no longer factual about what happened at that point in time.
Also, Serdian's got it. The Bible is true because the Bible says the Bible is true.
All right. Yes, Sparrow, you got your hand up.
Just piggybacking off of what Mom Nato said, there's also the point that the Bible as we know it today, which also includes the New Testament and all those books, those were put together by a group of men that had political goals in mind, and they put together that book with those specific goals in mind, obviously, because that's what they were trying to do. So we also have to take into account what those goals were when we are determining the accuracy and validity of the books that they chose and why they're there.
Right.
Are you referring to the Council of Nicaea?
I am indeed referring to the Council of Nicaea, yes.
Oh boy. All right. Do you two mean to have your hands up? Tornado, do you
Not
have
anymore. I was in the middle of lowering it, but also trying to drink at the same time.
All right. Time to move on.
And on a specific site and say, wow, this is where it all took place. This is a bulla, which is an impression.
B-U-L-A?
Correct, coming from ancient
word?
Greek, which stands for an impression. The bulla, which we've just seen right now, belongs to a certain minister in the kingdom of Zedekiah. The guy is called Yehochal, son of Shlemiyahu. If we remember, this guy actually grabs Jeremiah by the arm and throws him to the pit when Jeremiah prophesies this terrible prophecy that he gives Zedekiah, that his sons and daughters will be slaughtered in front of his eyes. He will
This
be
is King
blinded.
Zedekiah.
So this is King Zedekiah. And the guy who actually was performing as a minister in his kingdom sends us regards from the grave and say, hello guys, that is me, you're the one you're reading about in this bulla. So actually each and every one of those bullas for us is regards from the Bible. It's like affirming complete chapters and stories from the Bible, which we as historians...
Drink.
All right. Tornado, I saw your hand and heard you first.
Yep.
I'm gonna need citations, and moreover, I want to see where these things were found. I want to see them get dated to see if they're
Carbon dating,
actually
yeah.
accurate. Most importantly, I want citations. Citation fucking needed. Given the amount of frauds and hoaxes that the Young Earth Creationist movement has put out, I doubt any artifact that a biblical person or that a Bible believer says confirms this, blah, whatever, because every single time I've seen it used by a Young Earth Creationist, it's always been a fraud or a hoax.
Fair.
So my reasoning skills have been tempered. I want citations and I want to see where this thing was found.
All right. And
I
Sparrow?
don't care if you say it's been discovered in an ancient Jerusalem rubbish pit. I want to see exactly where it was found.
Fortunately, I can give that citation is in fact correct because I believe Pelagia did a video on these bulla. And the problem he brings up in his video is, there were a lot of bulla that have been found in that area. And some of them, yes, do affirm Christianity, though this guy is saying. Some also affirm the Roman gods. Some of them affirm there's like 4 or 5 different languages that he cites that there is no one specific religion that these things apply to. So they're not really good evidence for any of them in particular. They exist, but there's no reason to affirm one over the other.
In other words, you're saying it's basically the same as not having any evidence.
Yeah.
I guess chicken and egg situation.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm lowering my hand. Just give me a second.
Okay. Tornado, your hand came back up.
No, I thought I lowered it.
Mine went back up too, and I know I did.
Okay,
There we go.
so Zoom being sassy. All right, let's carry on.
Can touch base with. And this is a 2,600 years old ancient document.
A stamp, as it were.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Maybe I shouldn't have been. Prior to these discoveries, bullas in particular, and other antiquities.
Pause, drink.
Even the
Yes, Tornado.
2,600 years ago? Exactly when did this take place in the Bible?
600 years before we switched over to 1, 2, 3 instead of 3, 2, 1.
No, I meant they say this thing was 2,600 years old. But
Right.
I want to know the time period that this event supposedly took place in. Because
I want to know the timestamp of this video.
Who?
When
Like what-
was this video made? Because that will also be, you have to add that into the difference in time because we're in 2021. So,
I'm going to assume within the past 20 years based on video quality.
Right. But-
So that would still put us between 580 and 600 BC.
Right.
September 2020 is what Jess is saying.
Yeah. So, that's a huge jump in years for everything that takes place. That's 600 years. Lots of things could have come out.
Yeah.
basically what I'm saying is I want to see where this is supposedly referenced in the Bible, because if there's a time contradiction, then it means you're claiming something that's not true.
If I were to guess, I would say this is most likely around the time that the Romans were starting to take over the culture in the area.
Mhm. Well, and one thing you have to keep in mind that the Old Testament doesn't have dates listed.
Yeah, that's another big problem.
Neither does the New Testament.
Like that,
for that matter.
pretty much any quote unquote date that we have has been derived by going through ancient texts, usually the Bible, and just trying to add up the years and get as accurate as you can that way.
Right.
Oh,
and
wait, yeah.
things like you've got to keep in mind that, like with these bula that are from all sorts of different time periods and stuff, or not time periods, but religious beliefs. The Shroud of Turin is another example. They cannot specifically say that, yes, this was wrapped around Christ. Christians say that, yes, this was it, but they can't definitively prove it.
Yeah, they can theorize and they can expect, but they can't prove.
Right.
And I just want to point out what Crypto 457 has said: Hobby Lobby forging and destroying artifacts to affirm your crazy conspiracies.
For since what, 40 years before they were founded somehow? Yeah.
Right. But if that is all, we should carry on.
The existence of the town of Bethlehem was questioned. The existence of King David was challenged.
Well, cynicism is all around us, and people looking at the Bible sometimes and says, well, someone had to put it up in order to justify their belonging to the country. But when you dig the country objectively, without looking at the Bible and things that go and affirms the Bible, comes out of the ground from sterile places that were not touched before us, this brings the question, why should we question to begin with? If I may share with you something amazing that I brought with me, you can lift it up.
Tornado, go ahead.
Yeah, I call bullshit. Wow, that stench of bullshit there. You know why first, it's not cynicism, it's skepticism. They're withholding belief until belief is justified. Secondly, you're saying this comes up, which affirms the Bible. So why should we question the Bible in the first place? I think that's a logical fallacy. You're taking one thing that seems to confirm something and saying, there, you see, that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. The whole thing is true, and anyone who disbelieves is lying. But no. You can't say this confirms it, therefore the whole thing is true. That's confirmation bias.
Yeah. And I actually had something I wanted to add. Things touched that we've never touched. So what you're saying is they've never been touched, so all this magically appeared. I'm sorry. It's
contradictory.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're claiming that this is a sterile area that nobody has touched, but now we found this. Okay, I'm sorry, open areas. Okay, people may not have found it at first, or they may not have left signs that they've been there, but open areas in an area where, you can build, there's going to be buildings and shit. And if it was in a trash pit, then whatever it was thrown away by somebody who didn't feel they needed it anymore. So clearly it was touched.
He's lying.
Spouting falsehoods. He may not intentionally be lying. We'll give him that.
He's fudging the truth.
Yes. All right. On that note, I think we should move on.
You're holding right now in your hand something which is quite amazing.
It's like
this
a
is
Roman emperor's
the original minted coin made of silver from Tyre, the Phoenician city of Tyre. Why would we have this? Because the book of Exodus actually commands every Jew coming to the temple to bring the annual tax. You're holding right now in your hand, and which is okay. You can hold it in your
Is
hand.
it all right?
Beautiful.
I should have asked.
It's a
Sometimes
2,000.
you need
No,
gloves.
it's okay.
It's
fine.
2,000 years old?
2,000 years old coin, silver, minted in Tyre. Why Tyre? Because the Phoenicians were helping their Jewish friends, as there were no way for Jews to mint coins due to the time when they were submitted under the Romans. Now Jesus, when he comes to Jerusalem, we need to understand Jesus actually brings in his pocket this kind of coin, because this is the money you take from the money changers in the Temple Mount. The story is so remarkable.
This is what is required for the
because
temple?
when Matthew tells us that Jesus got angry and furious with the money changers and he tosses away their tables, these are the tables. This is what we were finding next to the Western Wall. We see the evidence of the Bible.
Citation.
Citation
Yeah, really.
fucking needed.
All right, Tornado.
'Cause
Go
I-
on and explain.
Yeah, you're claiming that Jesus came through and flipped all these tables. These tables look remarkably unflipped. Not only that, but you're saying all these things. I want an actual citation for any of this.
There.
Oh, and
And-
also, apparently Tyre still exists.
Yeah, and has for a while. Sparrow, go ahead.
And not only do these tables look unflipped, I know Jesus is the Son of God and all, and he could do what he wants, but
Those look remarkably new.
not only new, but remarkably heavy.
I have a counter to that.
that-
I don't know
that's
if
like-
you want to hear it.
I feel like this one in the well, you guys can't see where I'm pointing, but just to the left of the middle at the bottom, I'll wager that one is at least half a ton.
Hmm.
And
So-
I would like to see that one get flipped by anything less than hydraulic or pneumatic gun or something.
Well, they never claimed the tables were stone.
I was gonna say,
there's that too.
I'll argue
Sorry.
that also, like, looking at it in a historical sense, likely they were logs used for tables, like makeshift tables at the time. And Jesus, according to the Bible, was also a carpenter, which means he was used to literally lugging logs. So I don't,
Right.
of all the things to disbelieve, that is the wrong thing to disbelieve. I can
Right.
picture a ripped Jesus throwing shit, okay?
You are not wrong about that. However, I am still going to doubt those tables.
Yes, those tables, there's no way. In fact, I don't think those are tables. I think
I
they're
think they're
tile
just-
stone.
Yeah,
Asian, I love you, man.
table stone.
Can God make a table so heavy he can't even flip it?
Also,
But-
Purple Rise of Thorns says all he is showing is that money existed during the time that coin was minted.
Mm,
That's pretty much the evidence he is providing. Yes.
right. There's no proof. I mean, they can't even, I don't even know if they showed a date on that. They wouldn't date their coins back then. Think about it. They didn't use the same types of dates we did.
True.
It is known that they had some sort of currency, whether it was coin, paper, or other, is totally unknown.
Well, what you also have to keep in mind that back then money was not prolific. Money was hard to come by. So
Oh, yeah.
a lot of what you did was done through barter and exchange. So
It wasn't like, I think it was either Rome or somewhere in that European area that initially started making coin. It was pretty early on. Like
mhm,
it wasn't a new concept by any means.
right.
But the area that they're talking about, which is specifically Middle Eastern, I don't think they had enough ore to create enough coins. So yeah, he's spewing bullshit.
Hmm.
But anybody else? I believe we can continue.
Lists anywhere from Tel Dan up north, which is the famous city of Dan, where the piece of pottery remembering King David says, all the way down to biblical Beersheba. You've
Dan
got
of Beersheba.
Yes,
the Bible
of course.
talks about. the
Of
full
course,
length.
Dan to Beersheba is mentioned 7 times in the Bible as the borders of the inhabitation of the tribes. And if we may move to the other picture, then I can show The ancient pool of Siloam, this is during the beginning of the excavation. What we see right now is when it just started out. We need to remember the pool of Siloam, which is mentioned right after the inscription of Siloam, actually started with Hezekiah, but it became a lot more famous in the time of King Herod. We learn from...
All right. Yes, Tornado.
I'm gonna need a citation for that.
I feel like we need a citations needed counter at this point.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
We have one. It's right there, at the bottom where it says drink.
that's fair.
I mean, I know that this was probably, in all likelihood, some actual pool. There's nothing stopping it from being an actual pool, but I'm gonna need to see citations.
Actually, historically speaking, that looks more like a bathing house.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stones, the placement of them, that's all places the ladies would sit to lather on up. But yeah,
Or
I don't know,
gentlemen.
or gentlemen.
Looks like the bar that I went to last time I was in Vegas. Just go out in the middle of the swimming pool. And
Although one thing you can notice is see all the green.
The algae?
That's algae, which means that was a lot of water in there at one point. Because, algae only grows where there's water. So why is only part of it still green? Why are the rest of the pictures not green, or rest of the walls not green?
That very
From
much
algae.
could be weather related, actually.
yeah, it's I would need to ask a botanist and archaeologist about that because they would know better than I would.
Yeah.
But the stones themselves in the water are not covered in algae.
Some of them are.
They are up to a certain point, but even that point is inconsistent because the one on the bottom right there is a different water level than the one on the upper left, and it's. But like I said, I would need to ask archaeologist / botanist /
Right. It just
whatever.
I mean, there's no proof, like we were saying, that this is the pool of Siloam. I mean, there were tons of bathing houses because you had to have enough bathing houses for the population to use. And one bathing house is not going to cover an entire population.
Yeah.
No, not by any means.
Well, yeah.
Like this might very well be more for the
Commoners?
higher ups. Nah, commoners, it would be a lot bigger. Like their pool house was basically the size of a house. This looks more like, the higher ups, the ruling class, because they were way less of them, and the stones, that would make sense. They'd have more than just like one or two stones. Anyways, on that note, I believe we can continue unless anybody's got something else.
Nope.
All right.
Just laughing at
moving
stuff
on.
in chat.
Isaiah, if I remember correctly, Isaiah 8, he says the water of Siloam are flowing
sigh.
gently and slowly. You're actually looking right now at an amazing inscription in Hebraic, 6 rows of ancient Hebraic letters that are commemorating the enterprise that was done by Hezekiah.
All right. Yes, Tornado.
He said Hebraic.
That's a language.
Yeah, it's Hebrew.
It's a version of saying Hebrew, but it is correct in many areas of the world.
If I'm not mistaken, Hebraic is the written form of Hebrew.
I'm gonna need to look that up.
Go for it.
Yep. Go search for citation. All right. But I believe if that's all, we can continue.
Of Hebrew or the Hebrews. Okay, I retract my drink.
Okay.
Hezekiah's
Too late.
crewmen that were digging Hezekiah's tunnel.
Now, what
This was
year
found in
was that,
Jerusalem.
Hezekiah?
This is 705 BCE. 705 BCE, that's the great revolt against the Assyrian king who comes to try and conquer Jerusalem, eventually to be away, sent by Isaiah, the famous prophet. But we're looking at a playground, if I may call it that way, when he's
And Jesus performed a miracle here.
Only 2 miracles were performed by Jesus within Jerusalem. You're looking right now at the place that was actually stepped by Jesus and his disciples, because this is the pool of Siloam. John 9:7 describes the miracle of the healing of the blind man by Jesus in the pool of Siloam. Can you imagine yourself? He sees that blind man in the upper part of the city, How could a blind man find the way down to the pool of Siloam unless it was a well-paved, known road? Why? Because that's the road leading from pilgrims all the way from Pool of Siloam to the Temple Mount. It's like telling someone go to Fifth Avenue in New York. Everybody knows where it is. So this is how that blind person could tell how to go down to the Pool of Siloam.
Oh. I heard a mom NATO.
Okay, that is a fallacy. Not everybody knows where Fifth Avenue in New York is. They know how to find it by looking at street signs, but just because you're in New York doesn't mean you can fucking find Fifth Avenue without help. And
Or Times Square.
Or Times Square, right. That pool, if it was where everybody washed before they went to the Temple Mount, that's an awful small pool for everybody to wash before they go into the Temple Mount. When you're talking thousands of people coming to the Temple Mount every day, that place had to have been completely bogged. You wouldn't be able to use it. There'd be too many people.
As the great Will Smith said, that place is going to be packed.
Tornado, you got your hand up?
Yeah. And it's also on a similar point. How the hell is someone going to be able to find the Pool of Siloam, or however the hell you pronounce that, if they're blind? You know.
They know the city.
I have had to navigate blind before. It is not as hard as people think. It's not easy by any means, but it is not impossible. I've had to do it.
It's not impossible, but it's going to be very difficult.
Yes.
And there was nothing out there that could help us like we do in the modern day. It's very difficult by our standards.
Yes. I'll agree. It's just
even harder by that time standards.
You have to be used to the area. I can tell you from experience, echolocation is a thing humans can do.
Surname says
I've had
the
to do
words are clear. Led there.
All right, I gotta, not to interrupt you guys, but I gotta add that we now have a citation.
I did see that. Why are you freaking out, screen? Stop that. My screen is freaking out a lot.
All right, and Sparrow, you got your hand up, so.
I do. Not really a drink call, but I actually just wanted to. Can you guys still hear me? Because my computer looks like it's about to crash.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
No, I just want to give credit to the production value here. At least we're not watching some guy filming this on a phone in his basement by hand.
Strapped to a water heater.
Yeah, it's nice to see something of a high production value for once.
This makes me worried because this is a talk show.
Mm-hmm.
No.
This is a religious talk show.
It's just nice to see visually. That's all. That's all I was saying.
Fair. All right. If nobody's got anything else to add, I believe we can move on.
I do have something from Bionic Dance. That water would get filthy. And how many people are peeing in the pool, too?
Oh, my.
She's not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
Explain the algae.
Ugh. I'm getting clammy just thinking about it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, my eyes are burning.
All right. I think we should move on.
Yeah.
This is one of the two miracles conducted in Jerusalem. The second one would be in the pools of Bethesda, which described in John 5:1-9. And they both had to do with an amazing story that David started out. If I remind you, 2 Samuel chapter 5.
Yes, Sparrow.
Fallout 4 was not an amazing story. Moving on.
Tornado.
I was going to say, the pools of Bethesda. Is this where they made Fallout 76? Because it really is a cesspool.
All right.
Sorry, I beat you to the joke.
If that was it, moving on.
David is being blamed by the Jebusite king as "Thou shalt not come here until you remove the blind and the lame." Only if you read the ancient testament, which is the Bible, can you understand the New Testament. Jesus will conduct two miracles in Jerusalem, blind and lame.
Yes, Tornado or Sparrow. Jesus.
It is the New and Old Testaments, both that make up the Bible. The Old Testament is, I believe, the Torah?
Quran?
Correct, Muslim one.
Okay.
It is
Yeah.
the Torah.
So yeah, calling straight up bullshit on that one.
Okay. Anybody else?
Mm-mm.
Nope. And continue.
Rings a bell?
Beautiful.
It starts with David. 1 millennium passes from David to Jesus, and Jesus still addresses the same issue when he walks in Jerusalem. Remove the blind and the lame. Only this time, not with power, not with a war and rage. This time it's mercy and grace, because Jesus is all about mercy and grace. So he actually heals the blind and the lame, making Jerusalem what it is, shalem. Let me say shalom to our viewers. Shalom and shalem derives from the ancient Hebrew word, which is complete.
Yes, Tornado.
Okay, so, quote, removing the blind and the lame because Jesus is forgiving. Yeah, this is also the same Jesus who said, "Woe unto ye, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites." Yeah, real forgiving, that one.
I get what he was saying. He did say because Jesus is healing the blind and the lame. So it wasn't removing them, it was healing them. I will argue that he misspoke.
He said he was removing them through mercy and grace, but this is the same Jesus who called out the Pharisees and called them the sons of the devil.
What's wrong with the devil? All right. And
The Pharisees, everything.
that's fair. I see Sparrow's hands up.
There is no such thing as the devil, even in the Bible. Moving on.
All right. And yeah, we can move on. Haha.
Whole.
Complete
so only
or whole?
complete, something which is complete. So shalom can only be attained and achieved when something is shalem, complete.
I have to ask one last quick question. You know, these discoveries are so thrilling. I think they'd be thrilling to anybody, but certainly the people of faith. What is the response with university students when you speak, with academia, the people who maybe were reluctant to accept the historicity of these names?
I found very, very little amount of people in my 25 years of service that actually refused to accept the truth of the archaeological world as it is. Because when you combine history, archaeology, and Bible,
Alrighty. Yes, Tornado.
Yeah, if I was in his class and he was talking about this, I wouldn't deny it. I would just withhold belief until belief is justified by saying, citation needed.
Ugh. All right. I'm assuming we're coming up to the end here, so
It feels like it.
let's power
Hopefully.
through this. We can do it.
and they all meet in a specific point, then we have a bingo. Very few students have refused to say, and they said, look, this is what we believe in, sorry, we cannot accept it. So due to, beliefs is something stronger than knowledge. But when it comes to knowledge, we can prove the Bible, I would say, in 99% of the places in Israel, it affirms what we find
drink.
in the country. And the
He got it reversed. Sorry,
Well-
I didn't want to call drink, but good God.
What did he say? I missed part of that.
He said beliefs are one thing, but knowledge is stronger, and the Bible is knowledge. And I'm like, whoa, no, you got it backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Very backwards.
Very.
I think we can continue.
documents, and I'm very lucky to enjoy my work on a daily basis when my office is in the city of David above all that amazing, beautiful findings.
Thank you so much.
Shalom.
We did
Thank
it.
you very much for having us.
Yay.
It took us 40 minutes, but we did it.
Ooh, they gave us a number I could call, so that way I could say, by the way, that guy who showed
No,
up. I'm gonna
no.
No,
That's a
no.
prayer.
It's a prayer
channel.
hotline number.
No calling.
All right.
that.
I believe we're going to be doing another video then. Oh boy.
Hey,
I mean, he can call it if he wants, but there's just going to be a robot on the other end.
But we don't even know if that phone line still exists anyway.
It probably does.
Probably does.
All right.
The video was made in 2020.
So what we got left is trees, invaded, recharge, and sexual.
Sexual trees
Come
invaded.
on.
Recharge?
Recharge.
Right. Recharge, sexual trees invaded.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to make it sexual even, don't we?
No,
okay,
No.
wheel of misfortune.
the
turn,
trees
turn,
are
turn.
sexual.
Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
Well, transsexuals do have wood.
Oh no.
Trees.
I am really
That's
hoping
true.
I'm hoping it's those ladies again. I really am.
I'm immediately. That's true. That's true.
That tree's a dick.
That tree's nice. Why are you being so mean? Here we go. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Okay.
Trees are fetus after all. Yes, crypto, yes. All right.
That's right.
We should be all set. I think.
Every living thing is a spirit.
That tree looks like
And
it's
every
masturbating.
spirit has a language. A language heard not with ears, but with the heart.
Drink.
For
Oh,
only
boy.
So every living thing has a spirit. Well, no, they have chemical reactions that power them. And then you're saying every spirit has a language. Well, again, no, because a language is made up of words and sentences that can be strung together to form coherent thoughts, like Latin and Greek and Hebrew and Spanish and Japanese.
You're ruining my nth theory.
Which can be interpreted.
Yes, which can be interpreted and translated from one language to another.
We just go back to the beginning. I want to see the masturbating tree again.
No. Watch porn on your own time.
Seriously.
All I will say is I like this theory only because I want to believe that Treebeard is out there watching after us all.
Oh, and Crypto457 says, and trees communicate via chemical signals.
They do.
And Treebeard will find his entwives.
Yes.
Are there female ints?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, they are called entwives. He speaks about them in the book where the ents have wives. They have female ents that are called entwives. And
That's got to be in Book of Lost Tales somewhere because
No.
I don't remember it from the Lord of the Rings at all.
If an ent finds a female ent that he likes, does that mean he gets a Woody?
All right, let's continue on that bad joke.
the heart can hear the spirit. And from the heart can be heard the spirit of every living thing.
Drink.
Yes, Tornado.
The heart is a muscle. The heart does not have ears. It does not have a mouth. Its primary function is to pump blood throughout the body by contracting and relaxing.
That is true, but I have a counter. Kitsune Cavalier says punching the cobra.
Yes, you have a counter. It's located in your kitchen.
Or on the screen.
That's true. We've got two there.
But yes, no, you're right. Although there are specific hearts that are not muscles, like the heart of a specific point of land, like the heart of Atlantis or Atlanta.
This one is obviously referring to living things, which means the context of the heart can only apply in, which means a heart can only be used in the context of living things, since she is talking about living things.
That's very true. Or to quote the other ladies, that's true. I believe we can continue, though.
To speak to trees,
Puppy.
one must quiet the mind and connect with the heart. For within the heart, there is oneness with all. And this oneness is access to every spirit.
Drink.
Yes.
So you're saying we need to calm our minds, which is meditation, and meditation is good for, relaxation and all, but then you're saying we need to connect to the hearts and achieve oneness. Oneness with what? Oh, wait, oneness with whatever woo-woo you're peddling.
Fair. And yes, One Wing Sparrow.
Is this an educational video or ASMR trying to put us asleep?
No, this is a meditation video, and I am fighting the urge to. That's
I'm
okay.
not going to
We're-
sleep
We can
because-
bell it. If we can bell it, I've got the bell.
That's up to you guys.
No, I want this to continue.
We're a third of the way through. We can do this.
We can do this.
Okay.
I believe in us.
All right, let's go on.
To speak to trees, first, you must recognize the spirit of the tree within you.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Oh
Only
boy.
then.
Drink.
Yes.
So you must recognize the spirit of the tree within you. Is that what she said?
Yes, she is an
Yep.
advocate of tree anal.
Oh my God. The spirit of the tree within you.
She got the wrong message from Evil Dead.
No,
Mhm.
it doesn't even logically follow. If the spirit of the tree is in the tree, it can't be in you. You have
It-
to. Oh
it
my,
can if it's in your butt.
oh my God. This woman must really love writing that tree's wood.
Yeah. I agree with Sai here. 1.25 speed.
1.25. Let's do it.
Yeah, please.
Can the wisdom of trees flow through you? Only then can you receive.
Their seed?
To
Receive.
begin,
Their seed.
sit in silent gratitude with the tree. Feel the oneness and listen to your heart.
Can you speed this up a little more?
Ask what you will. Breathe in the answers. They do not come
Drink.
from outside of you.
Yes, Tornado.
Ask what you will, and then breathe in the answers.
Yes, Poland.
That's not how that works.
In
That's
fairness,
not
she
how
is-
any of
Gong the
that
video.
She is trying to get you to receive the tree spirit, which is inside the tree, and the pollen is the tree's seed. So
So
Oh
she
my
wants
God.
you to let the tree fuck you. Okay.
But
Oh,
still,
goodness.
that's not how any of that works. In order to get an answer, something has to be capable
Just-
of fucking speaking.
Okay. Take her with an entire salt shaker of salt and just
No. It's even
Let it
worse.
go.
Take her with an ocean of salt.
the
Well,
Great
yes,
Salt Lake's here.
but you need to just zip your lip and let it get over with. Nobody comment. Just let it go. Get
One
it over
full
with.
minute at 1.5 speed. We can do this.
Yeah.
All right, we can do
Ludicrous
this.
speed. Go.
They come from the love that connects you to all. Trees have an ancient wisdom. Their wisdom is connected to their experience. When you seek the wisdom of trees, you are seeking the knowledge of its experience, the essence of its purpose,
Drink.
its song.
We're so close. Yes,
I was
Tornado.
really trying.
I know. It's just the trees have experience with what? Standing upright, waving in the breeze, getting
Telling
their
you-
limbs chopped off by a random tornado or a huge chunk of ice.
No, they can
or
warn
a
you that
strong
squirrels are
breeze.
assholes.
Yes, they can tell you that squirrels are assholes. That
Squirrels are
Lightning
awesome.
is scary.
Squirrels are awesome.
Yes, but hornets are assholes. That's about
Yeah,
all you can.
okay, yeah,
that's
there we go.
about all you could learn from a tree is that hornets are assholes.
Okay. Moving on.
We can do this.
I don't even want to comment.
Should you find the place within you to receive it, leave an offering under its branches or at its root.
Oh my God.
Give something in honor of what you have received. For trees are elders, ancient ones, to be respected and revered.
Drink.
No!
That's an accurate statement. Trees should be respected and revered.
Yes, but she's saying leave an offering for the tree.
Yeah. Put
For the
some
wisdom you have received, yes.
Yeah.
fertilizer. You know, the crap she's spewing, that's perfect.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the crap
Moving
she's
on.
doing is a perfect offering.
Moving on. Please.
In this, you build a relationship. And this relationship begins through listening and grows.
Stroke
into
that tree's
conversation.
wood.
For while there is much we can learn from our ancient elders, if we listen carefully, we will find that there is much we too can offer.
Drink.
No!
No!
The movie's, it's over. It's over.
Thank God.
I know, but I have one comment to add.
Oh, Lord.
Not every tree is a nice, happy tree. The Gippy Gippy tree is fucking evil.
Not to mention, thorn trees.
Poison ivy.
Poison ivy is not a tree, it's a vine.
Strychnine trees.
But no, thorn trees in Missouri have thorns. Long,
yes.
narrow thorns like this. And they will hurt you.
Yeah, I had an orange tree in my backyard. It had like 5-inch thorns on the orange tree. It was insane.
Trees are vindictive little bastards.
We
Yes.
survived another video, which means we are back at the wheel. So,
Wheel
tornado.
of misfortune. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
So, sexual recharge or invaded. Let's see.
Sexual invaded recharge.
Here it comes. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. Oh no.
Oh God, yes.
You're only saying that because tornado
Tornado,
doesn't
put your
have
hand
experience
down.
necessary.
Put your hand down.
Oh no, please.
When Harry met Sally.
No, I don't know what this is. Yes, yes, I'll have
Yes.
this tapping.
Well, 1 second, please.
Nope.
Cajun,
Yes.
no. No, Cajun, no. No. You know what you did.
No,
Oh,
bad
dear.
Cajun crustacean.
Here we go. Oh no! Well, there goes
Oh
the
my
attitude
God.
statement.
I am proudly saying I'm the one who submitted this. So
Okay, we
Get
gotta
that
watch
off
this.
the screen.
No, I want to see this.
Even the mortar and the mortar and pestle is dick-shaped.
all
I'm
right,
grown up.
you are a grown up.
Shut up.
Let's get this started.
Hello, my friends. This is Sierra from Good Juju. I am so excited to make this video to show you guys how to safely use our crystals for sexual healing to cleanse and heal.
We gotta pause. We gotta pause.
No.
Yes, tornado.
Why are you sticking rocks up your? Ah! No! Ah! I can't get the mental image out of my head on a woman sitting on a rock. Ah!
I'm sorry, Darren Marsh says hard as a rock.
God damn it! I knew it was only a matter of time. This is like
Did we
like
make
the
Bob
semen
Saget?
retention and no fap all over again, except this time it's from the woman's perspective. Why? Why are you doing this to me?
And NATO was never heard from again.
Sparrow, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to say. I just wanted time to go grab a notepad and pen.
Oh God, we broke Mom NATO.
No, wrong button. You know what? No, Bionic Dance, no. I am dismayed at the lack of stone vaginas in this image.
Ah!
I think Cora just wanted to yell after her wall, and she is probably wondering what the fuck is going on.
A second to compose ourselves.
Kate Incrustation says, I've heard of being rock hard before, but damn.
Call Dr. Stone. I hear he has a
The
potion
more
that'll...
the merrier.
Can I just say the one in the back here, the little
That
aloe
is
vera
what I
plant?
like to call rock hard.
Sage? That's sage.
I know, it looks painful. The plant is not sage. The bundled up stuff is sage. The plant looks like aloe vera to me.
Sean
It is.
Carroll says, crypto, don't take for granted.
All right, let's go ahead and
Move
continue this on.
Although the anal butt plug, it looks.
Oh no! Now you really know.
That's what it is.
Really, Mom made an anal butt plug as opposed to what other kind of butt plug is there?
Pacifier, the mouth butt plug.
Really.
Oh no! Why?
So, my friends,
Oh, I've got. Oh,
you're
by
gonna
the
wanna
way,
start
biotic
off by
dance. Now you just gave
cleansing
me
your space. That
Okay,
really
shush.
depends on who you are and how you want to do it. Some people like to burn sage. Some people like to play the singing bowl. Some people like to just get the incense going. So whatever you need to do to get your space nice and clear and sweep out all of the residual energy from anything else that might have been going on, and just prepare yourself for a peaceful, blissful, healing experience. So,
Drink.
once you've done that, and once you've cleared
All right, we got a drink call. Yes, Tornado.
Yes, lady. I'm about to ask you to take your own advice. Go sit on one of those and spin.
She probably will in about 5 minutes.
Oh
Yeah, upload this on Pornhub since it would be better there. Nobody needs to see this. This is almost as bad as Anthony Riley.
He's
Okay,
so
turn.
mad he's got an echo.
Is it Anthony Matt or Riley, the one on the left here in the front, the big white one?
No, that is Riley is the one
Excuse
in the
me.
back, the purple one.
Oh, okay.
I thought that name was Bob.
And he's not totally all purple either. That one.
Only about halfway.
Damn it, Sean Carroll. Sean
do you do?
Carroll says tornado. She'll get right on it.
All right, Sparrow, please.
I know our audience doesn't need to hear this, but on the off chance that her audience does find this video, and knowing the educational quality of her audience, I just feel the need to point out, you should probably not light sage and shove it in your vagina. Just
Okay,
saying.
really.
Well, let's see where this goes.
I am not
Let's
a prude, Xmorph. I'm just, what the hell?
continue.
your space. And honestly, it's very important to set an intention. That is why we use crystals. We use crystals to amplify our intention. So after you clear your space, set an intention. Again, this is going to depend on what you have going on. You might have an intention to recover from some type of sexual trauma. You might have an intention to become more sexually confident. So set that intention with your crystal. And today we are going to use a 6-inch smoky quartz crystal. And then,
God, no.
yes, my friends, I have condoms out. And I know this might be surprising to some of y'all, but crystals are not silicone. And the reason why I don't call them dildos and I don't call them sex toys is because technically they're really not. They're crystals that are carved into the shape of a penis, which I know is so tempting. And I know you just want to put it inside, and that's okay. But my friends, the safest way to do so is with one of these.
We have a drink
just
call.
like you would.
Tornado's hand flew up.
On this, I will agree with the woman. A smoky quartz crystal is not a sex toy, and it should never be used like one, because there is a good chance it might fracture off and break, and then you might have to go to the hospital.
Yes.
So seriously, do not shove rocks up your...
Oh, say the real word. The JJ.
Really?
Cooter. Hooter. Tooter. If you're talking about the butt plug.
Seriously, don't stick one of those crystals up Main Street.
All right. So I got a new shirt.
No, my God.
Oh, yes.
First of all,
No, Doc Fearsome says, amplify intention? The intention of those crystals seems quite clear.
first of all, we need a T-shirt of a cobra running away from a stone dildo.
Fuck you.
You made Mom NATO choke.
Second, for the record, the first dildos were made of stone because they really didn't have much else to work with at the time.
Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
That is true, but I was talking about intent. Third, why condoms? Wouldn't lube be more cost effective?
Okay. What you have to, Tornado is correct. You want the chance of it fracturing or breaking or slivers if you don't properly protect yourself, okay? That would be very painful.
Mom?
Not to mention that those crystals, while they are polished, they are not watertight.
Fair enough.
They are not sealed. That's a good term for it.
Okay, fair enough.
So you can cause
maybe the condom is better.
microfractures, which will eventually cause it to break. And if it breaks while it's inserted,
Why did Mandel Set post a link to Dildononics?
I believe he's actually posting a link to the history of dildos, which would start with the stone dildos, if that's what I think he posted.
And then getting to the Steely Dan.
Mom? I am a male, and you made me cringe in female pain.
Rapping turtle.
No, this is worse. This is worse. I'm covering my butt right now.
Please, somebody in the chat.
I don't ever want to imagine something like that. Ever.
Somebody, please. I want you to cut that audio. I'm covering my butt from Tornado Pelt as a ringtone.
Fuck you.
Careful, he might have a rock hard one for you.
Shut up.
I think we killed Tornado again. Meanwhile, I am so sorry, Sai.
I'm kind of curious if Sai's still alive. I haven't seen her talk in a while.
oh my God. Oh my word.
Everybody take a deep breath.
1, 2, insert.
Crypto, let's take this show on the road.
Road light. Child, you're not helping.
Just why?
I
Why
love how-
do you give me those
Tornado
things, witches? Why?
Oh my God.
I love how this panel is split into two different groups of people, and both halves of those people live in the same house. It's awesome.
Moving on. Let's just move on.
Let's move on.
Oh, I need some
A
air.
person. And why is that? That's because crystals, all crystals are porous, and porous crystals
See?
could be an environment for bacteria. And honestly, if you're cleaning your crystal, and none of these are water sensitive, if you're cleaning your crystal, you should be fine, but no need to take the risk.
No, drink.
Let's put one of these bad boys on.
Yes, Sparrow.
There should not be the word if there. That should be when you are cleaning your crystal, because you should be cleaning these.
I quote, she said, if you are cleaning them properly.
There should not even be the option for if to be there, is my point.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, Agent Crustacean, fuck you.
what he say? Where
Agent
is he?
Crustacean says, what is this lady's favorite rock? Coming tonight. Why?
Oh.
Although Crypto
A
did
jade
say
egg?
it didn't stop how many women from shoving a jade egg up their vagina?
Oh,
Hold on, we need to explain this one to Tornado.
Oh my God.
no!
Yes,
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Tornado,
Stop!
Tornado, are you a fan of the Marvel films?
Why?
Are you familiar with Pepper Potts in the Marvel films?
Yes?
Played by Gwyneth Paltrow?
Oh, God.
Gwyneth Paltrow has a site called goop.com where she sells jade vagina eggs that women are supposed to buy and shove inside them for reasons.
They're vibrators.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're Kegel devices.
Oh, okay. Kegel muscle. They're supposed to help you strengthen your pelvic floor.
For better orgasms.
Yes.
I don't care what they're for. Don't belong up there. Period.
I take it you
Anybody
never.
who's not aware, Gwyneth Paltrow is a bit of a crazy person.
She's a woo master.
Yes. All right, let's move on.
Yes.
Tornado, you may want to look away.
So, I feel like I'm in a sex ed teacher.
I wonder why.
Position right now.
Gee,
But,
woman.
my friends, this is what you do. Roll it on. And then people are like, well, doesn't that defeat the purpose? And is it still going to heal me if it's covered like this? And yes, it will. But this is the safest way to use it. So I know a lot of you have been waiting for this video, and here it is, my friend. And what a site this is. I might want to screenshot this and
We're
just
done.
post this independently.
Here we go. Pepsi is so not going to sponsor
At
this.
least she's set safety first, okay?
Safe sex. It's important.
Even with yourself.
Yes.
Pinch the tip. Jinchu says pinch the tip.
Also, Crypto, exactly my thought. I think some of them actually got infections from the jade eggs that ended up stuck in their uterus. No. But that's caused even more pain. I'm a man, and that hurts.
I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet.
So
Let's move on.
hold on, I will drink.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Sparrow.
I am 99% sure that the video her fans were requesting was not how to put a condom on a stone dick. It may have involved that, but I am 99% sure they wanted to see something else.
I believe part
I'm
2 is
sure.
on Pornhub.
You're kidding.
I hope she
I
is, but I'm not.
but at the same time,
convinced.
somehow I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what's worse. The fact that that's a joke or the fact that that might actually be true.
Look, just because we're talking about stone dicks doesn't mean you come back, webcam.
Be careful with the word "come."
Okay,
Okay,
can somebody boot webcam, please?
I've been trying to. I can't figure out how.
we can
Oh. Yeah, we can.
remove. Nope, I don't have that power. All right.
Oh.
They also keep on changing their name.
Okay, so we shall continue.
So thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. As you can see on the table, there are a lot of different options that we have now. We have the butt buddies. We have the love
Butt
ones. We have what I am calling
Oh my god.
The butt buddy. I found
I
a new
literally just
card.
did one. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to clean my screen tonight. Not for the reasons I should have to.
Edison Carter says it's the Fantastic Four light up with the thing's assortment of attachments.
Hold on. Drink.
Drink. Yes, Sparrow.
I brought it up earlier, but it just occurred to me.
Oh my god.
What the fuck are the mortar and pestle for?
It's not a mortar and pestle, it's a singing bowl.
You bang it and then you ring it.
Yes.
Okay, you can understand my confusion. You understand my confusion.
About banging and ringing things? Yes.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Please, is this video over yet?
Yes, please.
the massage glizzy because it looks like a hot dog. So strap it up.
Oh my god.
Oh, hold on. I think we have new wheel contestants. I died and came back with these secrets.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Shut up.
That was a video we just watched. How am I still on my first glass of wine? Shadow, I do have one complaint about you suggesting that video tonight.
That you had to watch it?
No,
What?
that should have been saved for Valentine's Day.
Oh, I've got more.
Oh, good.
That was just the
Besta
shortest one.
Frya says,
Oh,
what fresh hell was this? What? Well, fresh heck was this?
hi.
did Besta Frya just jump
Glormog
in at the
says,
end of that?
hello everyone, what did I just walk in on? Is that Nathan Oakley's bedside table?
Whew. All right, let's look at what we got left on the wheel. I believe it is recharge and
Invasion.
invaded.
Wheel of Misfortune, turn.
Hold on, it's not up yet.
Sorry.
It's not up yet. We'll let you know when to do.
He turned off the screen.
There
it's
is a
okay.
new one that I cannot read.
Durr.
Doom. Doom de doom 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 doom.
It might have said doomed. I actually can't. Oh, there we
Doomed.
go.
I was not wrong.
Good job.
So invaded, recharged, and doomed.
We are doomed.
Oh, we're always doomed.
Turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
I just realized for the last 20 minutes I've been throwing around a
We're doomed.
2-pound steel ball.
Doomed. Stop throwing that. I'm not explaining to Wiped Out why the house is broken.
Throwing it at my hand.
What if you miss?
Then I hit the bed underneath my hand.
Okay.
It's not what if, what about when?
Okay. True.
All right, let's find out why we're doomed.
Doomed! Doomed, I tell you!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You just saw what I just saw, didn't you, Tornado?
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
Well, this will be the last video.
Grab a bottle of alcohol, folks.
Melon Thomas
I got
died
that
of terminal brain cancer and survived to tell about it.
Drink.
While in hospice care,
Yes, Tornado.
Contradiction. He died of terminal brain cancer and survived to tell about it.
Hey, you can be pronounced dead and then
Come back.
come back after the
Of
fact.
terminal brain cancer.
Well,
Yes,
Let
it is
the
possible to
video
happen.
continue.
Let's get past the 5-second mark. Oh, I think we could continue.
Melon died for at least an hour and a half before he returned to his body. He is one of the most studied near-deathers in the world, and he has taken part in more research than most other near-deathers. Deepak Chopra has called Melon the encyclopedia of the afterlife.
All right, that's a good time to call drink. Yes.
Deepak Chopra. Is this perchance the same Deepak Chopra who says that everything is a human construct?
We're
Yes.
gonna find out.
Yes. No, wait. I've heard this name before. Oh my god, I've heard of this asshole before. I've heard of Deepak Chopra before from Professor...
Okay, that's not what this is about.
No. This is Deepak Chopra doing the quantum woo spirit healing. Oh my god.
In his book,
Anyway.
Life After Death. In today's video, you're going to hear the remarkable story of Melon's encounter with death and the conversations that he shares with the light ever since.
The life review is a very important natural phase of both living and dying. It's a very important thing, this life review that goes on with people that die. And mine started the second of my death and repeated backwards, and I got to see in my life review why I had gotten sick. And why I had gotten sick is that it started in the womb, prenatally. My father, my biological father, who's now dead, my mother's also dead now, but my biological father was beating my mother when she was carrying, and he was a bit of an alcoholic, and when he was punching her, I was inside her belly, and I was hearing the thunder. I was feeling her pain because I was wired to her nervous system.
Yep. Yes, Tornado.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Care to elaborate?
Yes, actually. You are not wired to your mother's nervous system when you're
Incorrect.
Okay,
You
let me
are.
rephrase that. You may be wired, but you won't feel her pain.
That has not been proven. That is unsubstantiated.
It can't be proven one way or the other, basically.
It can't be
Right.
proven one way or the other because you would have to run neural tests, and you can see why that would be
Impossible to do on a fetus, yes.
yeah, not only are there certain things, but there's the
And-
whole stigma behind human.
Well, until they can actually create an artificial womb that will carry a child for infertile couples, they're not going to be able to prove whether or not a child is connected to a nervous system. They are connected through the umbilical cord to the mother's body to allow nutrients and sustenance to be delivered. But that's all we know.
There's also that anything the mother is exposed to, such as alcohol, drugs, even allergens, can
Right.
affect the fetus.
Right.
Yes,
With-
but those are passed through the blood. Those
Right.
are not, nervous signals that fling across the umbilical cord.
No, but the fact that he was beating her, if at any point she was hit in the stomach, the fetus would in fact be in some way affected.
Yes, but that is a
that I could argue with, but he's simply saying he's feeling her pain through the nervous system. That is what I'm calling drink on.
Okay. I believe we can continue.
And every time he hit her, I felt her pain, I felt her depression, I felt her fear. And these things may affect different people different ways, but it pissed me off. And so I realized that I was born pissed off. That led to a life of being a joker at the parties, but really never really trusting people and never really getting close to people.
Hey, Mom NATO?
Okay. A child doesn't have the emotional capacity to be pissed off when they are born. A child doesn't have a fetus, a baby, doesn't have the emotional ability to know more than hungry, my ass is wet, and I'm cold.
Or tired.
And I want attention. Children don't actually start really getting angry until quite a bit after they're born.
2 years old, 3 years?
I wouldn't say that far, but there
month?
is a reason why they call it the terrible twos. But generally, a baby can get mad probably 7 to 8 months after it's born, if they're tormented, I would say. But you know, mad is something entirely, pissed off is something entirely this guy's imagination at that age. It's just not emotionally possible for a child.
Oh, also, Cajun Crustacean says, so if two pregnant women get in a fight, is it a mech battle?
I was already responding to that. Okay.
Yes, one minute, Sparrow.
Well, I believe Tornado had his hand raised next, if that wasn't his point.
Sorry. Tornado, do you have... Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, Mom kind of covered it.
Okay. Then Sparrow?
I have been... Oh, intro to Chris in a sec, apparently. Sai says, I have been Googling... First of all, correct me if I'm wrong. At the beginning of this video, they said that this guy's case has been extensively researched in the scientific community.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said those words?
Yes.
I have
other near-deathers, they said.
Yeah, I have been Googling and scrolling through scientific journals since this video started. I can't find a single article about this experience, so citation fucking needed?
Mm-hmm. Hello, Chris.
Chris.
Hello. Hello. Hey, sorry for...
You muted yourself.
I gotta mute myself.
You're muted, Chris.
Chris, you muted yourself. Chris, you're muted.
He didn't mute himself. He turned into Godric.
Unmute yourself.
Hold on.
Oh, please.
There we go.
There you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce Chris Kelling?
Hey, hello. Jeez, I don't know what happened there. But anyway, so the sorry it was a bit late, but we finally got everybody cleared out at the airport here.
Oh my God, you missed. Oh,
you're gonna have to rewatch that once you're off the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed my hand. I did not hit the bed.
What did you hit? The floor?
No.
Oh, your balls. No, his balls.
Ow.
I tell just by that cringe pain.
He
Well, maybe you shouldn't be throwing a metal ball where you might hit yourself.
Sparrow, we've learned that if you throw a metal ball and you miss your hand, well, your rocks get rolled.
Oh my goodness, tornado.
I would be mad at you for that, but I'm currently too mad at myself.
Let's move on.
And I never understood this till I had my life review. And in my life review, I saw that there was a moment in which I gave myself brain cancer. And I was, as children, we were being shown films of, duck and cover and nuclear weapons at school, and that cockroaches would be the only thing left. So all that was in my head. And then by the time I was in my 20s, the ecology thing was happening, and they were all saying, we're going to blow up the world 500 times, we're going to overpopulate, we're going to overgraze.
So he gave himself brain cancer.
Yeah.
Okay. If that was possible, even remotely possible, then people could make themselves not have brain cancer. So
he said he gave himself brain cancer. You can't give yourself brain cancer. That's not how that works.
Right.
I mean, you could wear a lead suit and walk through Chernobyl, I guess.
Or put your head in the microwave.
No, you can't do that.
No.
Microwaves don't run when the doors are open.
Not only that, but microwaves aren't ionizing radiation.
Right.
You could cook your brain, literally, but you won't give yourself brain cancer.
All right. We all good? Ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
The pivotal moment, which I saw in my live review, was this ecology group put out this photo that's quite famous. It was an aerial photograph of Los Angeles compared to a microscope picture of a cancer cell, and they looked very similar. The minute I saw that photograph, I had the thought in my head that nature had gone wrong and created a cancer called humanity, and humanity was a cancer on the planet that was going to kill this planet. And I lived with that thought, that belief in my head from that moment on. And guess what? I'm a human. I created brain cancer. So your world belief, how you...
Yes, tornado.
No. Just having a thought.
Oh, there's a little...
Not going to give you brain cancer. That's not how that works. It's not how any of that works. Your thoughts cannot affect your genes.
Please don't yell.
Oh my fucking God.
You're creating an echo. Please don't yell.
Meanwhile, hi, Chris. Welcome to movie night.
Oh, you missed an interesting video last night. Oh my God.
Which one was that?
Sexual.
Okay, it wasn't
Healing, healing with stone dildos. Sexual healing with stone dildos. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Tornado's reaction was priceless.
Shut up.
I love you, Tornado. We really do.
And what stupid are we doing right now?
Oh.
So a guy died and came back to life.
After having brain crystal. Brain cancer.
Words are hard today.
Yes, words are very hard.
So he died from terminal brain cancer and then came back, and he says he gave...
An hour and a half later.
Yeah, and then he says he gave himself brain cancer by thinking humanity is a cancer on this planet.
And I meant to call Drink about the timing on his hour and a half. Because they don't keep trying to bring you back after a certain amount of time. I think they try for like 15, 20 minutes, maybe at most, to bring you back. And if you're not brought back by that point, then you are removed. They call your death. They remove you and put you in a freezer in the morgue.
I don't know if he said that they were still trying to bring him back at that point. I kind of stopped paying attention for a minute.
He said an hour and a half.
He
No,
said
he
an hour.
said an hour and a half, but were they actively trying to revive him at that time?
I don't
He
know.
may very much.
I don't think he said that.
He did, but he may very much be stretching the truth. He may have been brought back like to life within minutes, but he did not become conscious.
That could also be true.
So, because there are reports of people saying I was dead for 5 hours when really they were basically in a coma.
Okay, well, I can tell you my experience from when I had my heart attack and cardiac arrest. I was, let's put it this way. They had to do CPR twice on me. And I mean, the doctor said I had died twice.
Right.
And so from the time that I was, went into the ER, which I was unconscious at that point, to the time that I woke up in the ICU, I think like about 7 or 8 hours had passed. But I mean, as far as them getting me revived, they were doing CPR on me, so I was still getting blood and oxygen into the system. So, I wasn't.
But this guy supposedly has had terminal brain cancer, which affects how your brain functions. So
terminal means it's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
right. So
I mean, like life is a terminal disease. No,
right.
For example, I have a terminal illness. I am in no danger of dying of it in the next 5 or 6 days. It's not going to happen. But I do have a terminal illness. It's going to kill me eventually.
Right.
That's literally all that word means. And whether or not you come back for it or come back from it, you could. Sure. Once after you're declared dead, maybe. Yeah, you could. Yeah, however, the hour and a half later thing is citation needed.
That's a bit, because 5 minutes of no oxygen and
your brain's dead.
Yeah, your brain's dead at that point.
Or at the very least, brain damaged.
Right. And they're not going to keep trying to resuscitate you after a certain amount of time because there's no point in it. Your body has died.
Right.
All right. Are we ready to continue on? All right.
See the world, the lens you look through can be devastating or rejuvenating. And what happened was, one morning, I felt this blast of light coming in the window. I woke up for a split second, then fell back to sleep. And the next thing I know, I was outside of my body looking at my body. And there was a light leaving my body, and I just sort of said I must be dead. That was what I thought to myself. I tried to wake up my hospice caretaker who was down the hall, but of course, not having a body, that I couldn't. The minute I realized I couldn't wake up my caretaker, I ended up back in the room that my body was in, and suddenly darkness closed in all around me. And I tell you, that was the scariest feeling in the world. It felt like hell. I fell into a deep, dark hole, as it were, almost like a black hole. And it seemed like there were many others in this same hole with me. I saw a pin light of light. It was almost like a little star in the blackness, but it was so far away. But almost immediately, my life review began. And my life review for me began as almost like a holographic movie in this darkness all around me. Once I got out of what I call the hell hole or the black hole I was stuck in and did make my way to the light, it was an amazing experience because something very similar to a guardian angel actually appeared to me as I called out. And I was...
Yes, Tornado.
Again, I'm going to...
Definite woo video.
Seriously, this guy says he tried to let his hospice caretaker know, but that means he was going to die. When they say hospice, it means
you're in a facility where they are waiting for you to die. They are caring for you until you are dead.
Yeah, it's just No, when you die of terminal brain cancer, you're freaking donezo.
Yeah.
I do disagree on the hospice thing being a point, because my mom has been in hospice at 3 points in her life, and only the last time did she actually die.
Okay.
The first time she got hit in the back of the head with a, I believe it was a oak swing that some jackass bully when she was in high school flipped around he flipped it around the swing set, and as she was sitting up, it hit her in the back of the head because it looped around and hit her in the back of the head. And it broke part of her spine right at the base of her skull there.
Right, but that a lot of times something like that will kill you.
Yes.
Or paralyze you. So. And
that is one of the times she was pronounced dead. Which the second one was, I think, 2 days later. And then the second time she was put in hospice was for pneumonia.
But
and I think
when you're in hospice, they believe you're going to die.
Yes, and my point is more, being in hospice doesn't mean you are 100% going to die. You may as well just be dead. That's not what it means.
Yeah, no, it just means that they are assuming that you are not going to be able to take care of yourself anymore.
They're expecting that that you're end of life, and that they're going to try to make it as comfortable as possible for you, is what it is.
And there are levels of hospice care. I will say that, because they are thinking about trying to get my mother involved in hospice, because she has emphysema and COPD, and she has a lot of problems getting up and moving around to do stuff in her own house. She can't keep up with taking care of her house. Now, a hospice worker could come in and help her clean, help her cook, help her do stuff to improve her quality of life until she starts feeling better.
Yeah.
So that is a level of hospice. But when you are in full-term hospice care, they are expecting that your end of life is approaching, and they're going to try and keep you as comfortable as possible. And when you have a caregiver, that means that person is there generally 24/7 in case something happens.
Yes, and unfortunately, I am actually really familiar with the process, and it really sucks.
Yep.
I've been in hospice before. Like I said, my mom was 3 times, the third time being this last January, but I'm not trying to depress people. I was just pointing out it doesn't mean necessarily you are going to die. It's just they are expecting it. And
they give you 6 months, and if you're not within 6 months, you're discharged from hospice. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually didn't know that bit, but okay, good to know. So don't bother unless I'm sure I'm about to die. Got it.
All right. If we can we still move on?
Sure.
Calling out desperately for help. And I realize now that this was the metaphor for my own higher self, was reaching out to me. The only thing I could relate to something like that at the time was an angel, because of my upbringing. And it was an angel who brought me to the light. But as I went to the light, or the, quote, tunnel, was part of it was going to the light, and the other part of it was coming from the light. And as I was moving up, I sort of realized that the column of light going up was all the people that were dying at that time. And the other side of the same light, actually, it was the same light beam, so to speak. I was moving up a light beam, so to speak. On the other side was all the souls coming in, being born.
I was rescued by the light, taken to the light, and like any good atheist that stands before the light, I immediately knew it was God. My first big question...
Break. Even I have to...
Okay. Did you notice the change in tonal quality?
Yeah, it was like he was on the phone before, and now he's...
This is another person.
Tornado, go ahead.
Like any atheist before me, I immediately knew that it was God.
Yeah, that's what
If you're an
I call
atheist,
bullshit on-
why would you assume it's God?
You could just as easily assume it's anything else, like, say, Optimus Prime or Princess Celestia or some nine-tailed fox girl.
Down tornado.
I'm just saying it's possible.
Get that snapping turtle ready.
Snap, 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 snap.
Virgin shoot.
Now
Okay.
Citation needed.
I'll relate quickly here my experiences, just because it's kind of relevant to what he's been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When I was out, it was dark, but then I was seeing like threads. It felt like threads suspending me, and I felt a presence, and that presence said, "I need you to move here, so that they can do their work and get you fixed." So I felt myself move. Some arbitrary direction. I don't know. I couldn't tell where, what, who, where, what was going on, but everything seemed to fall into place like a Tetris puzzle. And that's when I woke up in the ICU.
And that's the same story I got from my mom. I think it's fair to say we don't know why that happens, be it religious, scientific, whatever. I don't think we know.
Yeah. But,
I mean, my bit, like I'm actually gonna raise stand here because science has said that part of it is the chemicals in our brain. Once we reach a certain point, they malfunction. So we see flashbacks, which is like, the whole seeing your life again. You see hallucinations about either whatever happens to come to mind in that last moment. There are people who their experience wasn't a ball of light or the beam of light as he describes, but actually a grave. Like realizing you're dying, and so you see a grave. And when they're brought to, they will even say, "I saw myself being buried." It all has to do with the chemicals and the way your brain works in those last moments, which are so difficult to study because, let's face it.
Well, we really there's a lot we don't know about what goes on with the mind. I mean, we still don't understand it fully.
I'd love to do some I'd love to actually help people out with doing research on that, to put myself into that situation.
No.
I meant in a centrifuge.
I know as of right now, they are currently doing studies here in America, actually, where people who are in a hospice, they're given electrodes on their head and they're monitored to see what is actually going on, because the actual process of dying is a mystery to so many people because it's hard to study.
Right.
There are so many theories out there, but right now they're conducting a study where people in hospice who have agreed to be an organ donor in their time of, their passing, they're being studied, and what happens to the brain, the chemicals in the brain, and seeing what's actually happening. But it's still so elusive because every person is different.
Right.
Yeah.
I still stand by the fact that if that light, so to speak, or the idea of God comforts them in their last moments, let them have that. Like, at the same time, I, as a human being, am very curious to see what's going on, because it'd be nice to know what's
out there after death.
What scientifically is going to happen. Not necessarily what's after death, but scientifically, like, what's going on with my brain. Because imagine how much less fear in the world there would be.
Or it could cause more. We don't know.
Yeah.
Right, but like I said, we know so little about what actually goes on in the head. I mean, we've made great strides in figuring it out. I've always maintained that there is, you do have a soul, whatever that is, because there's, we're all made up of the same chemicals and stuff like that. But what makes me different from someone else, there's that unquantifiable essence, so to speak. But I mean, that's really kind of getting into philosophy and not woo debunking. So I don't want to get into a huge discussion about it.
All right, then Sparrow and Tornado, do you guys mean to have your hands up?
I do. I don't know about Tornado.
Okay, so Sparrow, go ahead.
I just wanted to point out something. I was already thinking it, but Sai wanted to point out that she thinks the reason for the change in audio quality isn't that it's just some BS interview thing. It really does sound like two separate interviews to me. It sounds like it to her. It's probably two separate interviews. That's all.
I'd agree.
Okay.
All right, so if that is the last of it, let's go ahead and continue. We're a third of the way through.
To the light that I perceived as God. And I won't even go into how the light feels because you know it and you've talked about it a lot. It's fantastic. My first question to the light was, why is humanity so dark and doomed? Why was this ever created?
You never told me Grandpa wanted a Purple Heart.
Ad break.
We have to.
At that moment, the light breathed me into it. And suddenly I found myself in a mandala, is the only thing I can tell you it looked like, an endless mandala of living human souls, of all the human souls that had ever existed.
Soul is mine.
And in that mandala of human souls, I could look into every human soul. And you may not believe this, but I had a look in all of your souls too. All of you were there, every human soul that had ever been. And in that, I could see no evil, no darkness whatsoever. And then I was shown my soul. And there was no darkness, nothing that I suspected. It was not there. It was all an illusion. And in that moment, it was like an atom bomb went off. And everything that I ever knew was obliterated. And then these souls, and it was all of you too, gave me life again. These souls gave my soul life again. And in that, my soul was reborn. I had never received such love in my life as I received.
Did you throw out Dr. Strange when I looked away?
Human soul with the light. I keep that love alive in my heart.
I'm kind of
forever.
mesmerized, not gonna lie.
The 8th chakra is the ultraviolet chakra.
Drink.
I told you it was woo.
We're almost halfway there, and that's when they drop this on us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I heard Sarah first.
Yeah. Chakra. Do I need to say more?
Fair.
Just drink.
Tornado.
Also, on top of that, there's only 7 chakras.
Good catch, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the issue is, he said there's an ultraviolet chakra.
Wait. Hold on. Are we counting the brown and the crown chakra as 1 or 2 chakras? Because that could matter.
No, what we're talking about is the actual, quote, chakras, whatever fuck those are.
Tornado, it was a joke. Just go with it.
I know, but accuracy matters. The fact of the matter is, he's saying there are 8 chakras when there's only supposed to be 7. And more importantly, he's saying that one of them is a wavelength of light that will give everyone sunburns. So I guess one of our chakras is known as the Sunburn Chakra now. Better put on that SPF sunscreen for all your
It's the
other chakras.
ultraviolet.
At that point, we may as well just assume the 8th chakra is literally the sun, since it goes from like your ball-lick area, or if you're a woman, your
Cooter.
ball-lick area, and travels up your body until you get to the sun. So, like, maybe the sun is the 8th chakra?
Gotta quote Cajun Crustacean here. I'm now assuming the whole story came right out of his brown chakra.
Yeah.
Same.
Meanwhile, I know Chris Kelling's got his hand up. So, Tornado, anything else to add before I move on to Chris?
Not really.
Okay. Chris, go right ahead.
Okay, well, I was thinking a couple things. First of all, is there a brown node chakra?
I know there's a brown chakra. We've talked about the brown chakra.
Brown chakra, but I mean, does that come about by experiencing the brown note?
No, we gave it the name the shiny brown chakra because.
Hold on, Tornado. Chris, I appreciate the joke. Wrong audience for the joke. I get it. Don't worry.
Okay, the second thing is, have you ever tried onion and banana juice?
Blah.
It might help your brown chakra open up.
Well, I don't know if you know what the reference for that one was, but
I don't know that one, but I do know the brown note very well.
Well, the banana and onion juice is Avatar: Last Airbender.
Yes.
You're right. Now I feel dumb.
That's all I had, was just to interject some stupid in there.
Yeah.
You know, just for the reference, because I've been holding it back for like 6 months. Honestly, my favorite chakra is it's not. Damn it. Never mind. I ruined the joke.
All right, continuing.
And that's the chakra of purification. That happens when you finish your life review and you go to the light, you pass through what's called the 8th chakra, which is purification, because there's nothing in this world that you could ever do.
Yes, Sparrow.
Are you telling me that when we all die, we all have to go through a life review?
That's what he's saying.
It is immediately just right back into bureaucracy, so we're all just going to hell. That's what he's saying. We're all just going to hell.
Apparently.
Because if I have to do paperwork when I die, I would say shoot me in the head. What would be the point?
All right, we're going to go ahead and continue.
That will taint the oversoul, that will taint your soul. Nothing you will ever do, not even Adolf Hitler was tainted once he went through the light. And that's why the more you resist giving up what you might call darkness, the harder it is to get to the light. I know, I was one of those. I was stuck to my darkness until I learned to forgive myself and forgive my life and love my life. In fact, I came back praying.
Did you paint the red door
I love
black?
my life. I love my life. And when my caretaker found me on the floor,
Of course, you got to paint the roses red.
Talking in a low voice, and she said, "I put my ear to your lips, and you were saying, I love my life. I love my life." What I learned, and what I believe to this day, is that the physical body that we live in actually gives us the most beautiful vehicle ever imagined to experience time and space, and to experience the universe in ways that cannot be experienced while you're in spirit. It's great to have organs, believe me. When you're on the other side, you don't have organs.
Sparrow, you put your hand up?
I did, but not because I have a drink call. That's why I was just staying quiet. I could have asked a question at any time. I would be curious that a lot of people who have near-death experiences or full-death experiences, depending how you want to interpret it, they are people who say they love their life, they want to be alive, yada, yada, yada. I would be interested in hearing the experience of people who have those experiences who hate their life, like they were trying to die and just it didn't work out and they came back. Like, what did they see? I've never actually heard those.
They see darkness. I can speak out of experience here. They see darkness. No memory, because they don't reach the point that most people do. Those are unsuccessful, they're still technically alive when found. So there's not enough time for them to experience what most near-deathers do, which is like after a tragic accident, a car crash, for example. When a person is found and they're unresponsive, they're still alive, they die in the ambulance, they're really only conscious or unconscious and dead for like under a minute. There's not enough time for the brain to start acting erratically.
I was just curious. That's like I said, it wasn't a drink call. I was just asking a question.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and continue.
And there may be people here that think they're in pain, that are in pain, that think their life is not anything like they want. But I tell you, I have met people that would give you anything for the worst day of your life, because even the worst day of your life is so filled with potential. But once you're out of your body, you're out of time, space, and some people can take a long time to go to the light. It felt like it took forever for me to get to the light. Some people go immediately. But what's interesting is when I was looking at my body, this light was leaving my body. And many, many years later, I'm studying the field of biophotonics. And you've heard many people say that they see a light leave when the person dies. Well, that's proven now scientifically. When your cells start dying, they give up their biophotons. And you are emitting light until every single cell in your body has completely deteriorated. So you are giving off a light. You are giving off quanta material that goes into the subtle energy realm, which we call the other side. From almost right after my experience.
I heard Tornado first, and he's got his hand up, so go ahead, Tornado.
No, that's not how any of that works. Just flat out. Yeah, your body gives off light, but A, it's not the kind of light you're thinking of, and B, it doesn't go to some quantum woo-woo realm. It's being emitted into the environment, and it's infrared light. In other words, every word of this is just patently wrong.
All right. Sparrow, you had your hand up. Did you change your mind?
He covered pretty much what I was going to say.
So let's go ahead and continue on.
So I'd say within a couple of months after my experience, the light would just come and get me and take me out of my body. And every time that happened, I thought I was dying again. And so it took about a year or so to where I got comfortable with these experiences and just would let it happen. If Phyllis Atwater and Ken Ring were the first to tell me that, Melon, nobody else does this. I said, well, I go back to the light every day. At one point, I was told that I would, from now on, have contact with universal intelligence.
Yes, Sparrow.
He literally just said it happens every now and then, like occasionally, and then immediately, like the next sentence said, it happens every day. So, which is it?
Fair.
He's lying. That's what.
I don't even want to say he's lying. He might not be lying. He might honestly believe this happens. However, bullshit. Like at the same time.
Fair. Tornado, you got your hand up?
Yeah. Was it regarding that quantum woo-woo? Either way, this guy is just off his rocker nuts.
Was that the quantum choo-choo?
Yes, the quantum choo-choo.
Woo-woo.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's go on, and we're like just close of 3/4 of the way. Come on, we can do this.
Basically, what I learned was that creation has just begun, that we've just begun our journey. And the future is so bright for humanity. And I know people can't see that now because it's been a long, hard path coming up the evolutionary chain and coming up through evolution and civilization, building civilization as we've known it. But I was shown that human beings are one of the most graceful things ever on this planet, believe it or not. And to this day, I mean, check the World Health Organization. To this day, the biggest killer of mankind, more than all of mankind's wars all put together, is still the mosquito. In the human world, we have just begun concepts of charity, The concept of retirement. It's an amazing concept. I tell you, that's a very simple metaphor for...
Yes, Sparrow?
We have had the concept of charity and retirement since literally the founding of human civilization.
Along with faith and hope.
Yeah.
Yep.
That has nothing to do with anything you're talking about, dude. Bullshit. Fuck off, drink.
Oh, excuse me.
So at this point, you think he's lying?
No, I thought he's lying for a while. I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt on some of the minor points, and it's not working out great for him.
No.
I believed he was lying when he gave that hour and a half timeline for
that's
coming
pretty much
back.
I'm right there with you.
All right. I think we can continue.
Something a little more complex that's going on in all the universe. I mean, stars feed and destroy each other. There's a certain give and take in the universe. I tell you, at one point when I was with the light...
Yes, Tornado.
Stars do not beat and destroy each other. That's not how that works. Stars, A, do not possess any ability to beat each other. They can't. They don't have arms. They don't have nervous systems. They're big balls of plasma. They interact with each other indirectly through gravity and, supernovae. They don't beat each other. Secondly, when a star goes supernova, it sends, everything out throughout the entire universe. So you're lying there, too.
We do have a naked person in the chat, weirdly. Who keeps putting up church. Lampisieo. Anybody recognize that name?
No.
Lampedesio? Lampedeccio?
Ah. But on that note, we're going to continue.
I asked the light, I said, why are humans so dark and doomed? I was given a glimpse into every human soul. I was given a glimpse. There was no blackness at all. There was no evil whatsoever. And at that moment, I fell in love with humanity. There's always much more good going on than evil. It's just that our media, we're still coming out of survival. We haven't transcended survival yet. So we're constantly on the lookout for what we call evil. Just not too long ago, I was in an elevator, and a woman got on with this T-shirt that said, "The meek are getting ready." You can't put an actual time on this. That would be impossible to do. But I can tell you, it's so close now, it's in the blinking of a cosmic eye. And I got to see what's called the mass potential of humanity. And the mass potential of humanity is looking into the heart of humans. And there's goodness in every human heart there ever has been. Once you go to the light, you are completely purified of any disease, any darkness, any what you might call evilness. You are completely purified and begin your reincarnation. There are 3 levels of reincarnation, I would call. One is the automatic survival of the species reincarnation. You could call it bloodline reincarnation. And it's more powerful than your mind. I know there's a lot of people that teach that the mind created everything, but I was shown on the other side that the mind is one of the last things that showed up. Your body is millions of years much older than your mind. And our mind is in such a young state at this time that it's like a child,
That is not how that works. Your body is just as old as your mind is. The two are linked. Your mind cannot be younger or older than your body. That's just physically impossible.
Central nervous system, people.
Exactly. Moreover, when he's saying that your body, when he's doing the whole reincarnation, your mind is younger than your body cannot be millions of years old. Like, full stop.
You'd
then,
crumble to dust.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We start really showing signs of aging at around like 40 to 50. Imagine how much issues someone would be going through if they lived to be at even 1,000,000 years old, even 100. It's just not feasible to say that humans can live for millions of years, at least as individuals. But I'm not making a creationist argument here. I'm saying your body is just, no, that's not how that's going to work.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on.
There's a certain time when children are so young, they think they're the center of the universe and they have no cares about anyone else. Right. We're still a little bit in that stage. Sort of like, remember when Galileo tried to show the church that the earth was not the center of the universe? And you look at most human religions, and I'm not putting down any of them, but most human religions on the planet have not had the Galileo effect yet. We're not actually the center of God's eye. We're a part of a whole beautiful system called the Gaia. And we're about to mature as a species, which is very important.
Pharaoh, this better be good.
Galileo's opinion was not that we're the center of God's eye, it's that we're a mote in God's eye, which is even more insignificant, as in like the most insignificant thing you can possibly imagine. Right. To say that we're the center of God's eye is a just complete misunderstanding of what he was trying to say there.
All right. Tornado, you've got a hand up. Is that from before? Okay. Whenever you guys are ready.
To the survival of the species and the planet. This is something I never knew about before I went to the other side, but I was shown this in like these great, I guess you call them movies, but I was shown that what we call the Gaia concept is that the whole Earth, and I guess the astronauts were some of the first to see this, although the ancients talked about it, is that the whole Earth is actually one living being. It's a fantastic life form, and we're all a part of this. The human part of it is absolutely an incredible, special...
Yes, Tornado?
Earth isn't alive. It is a ball of rock. It is not possible for a ball of rock to be alive.
Oh, come on. You don't believe that we're on the back of some space turtle? I mean, that's what the Native Americans were spouting, right?
I know it came from a culture. I'm not sure it was Native Americans. And I know Terry Pratchett took it from somewhere. I just don't remember where.
Maybe it was a lion turtle. I don't know.
Maybe. All piece said, we're ready to go.
Part. Just every human alive today has worked their way up from primordial into being the top of the DNA chain. We have the top DNA on the planet. I know that may rub some people wrong, but we do. Our DNA is really the book of life on the planet. Every human being alive today has been everything this planet has been so far. But on this particular planet, with the type of star that we have and the gravity and all of that, we are the sum total of everything that's happened on this planet and a great creation. We're just learning now not to separate ourselves from nature or the planet. The ancients tried to tell us this, and I think we're just beginning to understand it now. But what happens is, as we mature, within a couple of 100 years, maybe a little sooner, we start actually having true contact, not mysterious, fuzzy pictures and all that. And
yes, Chris.
This isn't really a drink. Something he said there about the ancients knowing it. How? I mean, if we're evolving and becoming more enlightened and so on and so forth, how are the ancients more enlightened than what we are?
It's Stargate logic. That's what it is.
Don't insult Stargate like that.
Well, if you show me a puddle jumper, I'll tend to back you up on that one. But
gonna say
anyway,
if
I just had that question. You know, it's like, why you saying that the ancients were more enlightened in this regard? Yeah, it just doesn't. It seems, the typical woo script.
He's already assuming there were ancients is the first problem.
Okay, that's all I.
Yeah.
I guess we can continue.
What we learn from these other civilizations speeds us along so quickly, it's astounding what comes to us. Like I said, we're like the Noah's Ark. We will take all of life on Earth with us. Well, in cosmic time, it's the blinking of an eye, and this certainly will start happening within the next 400 years. There'll be a great period, though, once we start star seeding that's phenomenal. You remember all the wagons going out west, those wagon trains? The star seeding, going to new worlds, is going to be a fantastic period of human history, but the Earth itself will become more like a natural park. It'll be like Mecca. It'll be like the place you want to visit one time in your lifetime. You want to visit the mother planet. Our ascension, as I learned on the other side, from the Gaia perspective, is a very natural evolution of dense being into more subtle being. Already at the quantum level, the human body is so very subtle. No two atoms even touch. We are more spirit than flesh, always have been, always will be. There is no beginning or end to our journey. Life did not begin here. Life does not end here. The distance from the outside of an atom to the inside of an atom is huge in scale with the rest of the cosmos Godhead. The journey from the outside to the inside, from the inside to the outside, from anywhere to here is an impossible journey that happens every day in everything, everywhere. The journey is not linear or time restricted. Dive in when and where you choose.
Whoa,
2012, 2016.
Now we're just watching sex?
What?
Now we're just watching sex on the screen? Like,
did you just look up?
Yes, I did, because I was looking at something else for a minute.
All I can say is, wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo.
Yeah. Don't remind me of Minions.
No, that wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo.
So different.
Yes. Yes, actually, from a play.
Why wait? The end of time-space illusion is near. How near? Is now a good time? The past, present, and future come together in the great now. There have always been Lemurians, Atlanteans, the Dreamtimers. Lemuria is now. Atlantis is now.
Whoa. Can we
So
just
close.
stop this now and just call it done?
Please.
Want to gong it? How close are we to the end?
We've got like maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay,
maybe.
everybody just not say anything and let it go. We all know it's all bullshit.
I already called drink.
Okay.
Yes, let's all drink. I'm out of.
And also, it'll be fun to have you guys have another reason to make fun of me. I do think Atlantis was a thing.
Oh, I do too, but
I don't think it was a thing most people think it was. I straight up think it was South America, and that's literally the extent of it.
I think Atlantis at one point in time existed.
Me too.
And that is
Well, shit.
fine.
Regardless, Lemuria? No. Robert E. Howard, I believe, made that up for his Conan books. And I don't even know, like, did he say Dreamscape? Is that a
Dreamtimers?
Dreamtimers.
Dreamtimers is a Native American thing, I believe.
It is, and it makes sense in their beliefs. This
I don't think they've ever tried to. Well, I'm speaking out of my ass here, obviously. I don't think they've ever tried to claim it is a real place that existed.
Do we have a super chat that I missed?
Not that I can see, but
Reneme has put Beetle.
oh, she just wanted to irritate the fuck out of me. Got it.
All right. Meanwhile, yes, Chris.
Or he.
Well, the why did I totally blanked out on it. There's something that Shadow said, and I can't remember what it was now.
Something about sex?
No, it had relevance to what's being discussed on the screen right at the moment. I can't remember what. Oh well, if I remember, I'll chime in again.
Okay. Meanwhile, go ahead and run it.
We are all here together right now. The next epoch of consciousness and history is the now. In reality, there never was a past. There is no future. Listen to your teachers. It is always now. It always was now. It always will be now. The only time you have is now. The ever-expanding now. Is the universe expanding, or is our consciousness expanding? Who is to say, if not you? There is no other self but the self. Inner, outer, you, me, them. There is no self but the self. Micro, macro, mumbo, jumbo. Let the infant intellect split hairs to infinity, and you still end up here and now.
Good job, Sai.
Wow, he actually got through it.
Yes,
Nobody
we did.
died.
Please tell me we're calling it.
I think we're calling it.
Yeah.
I will have to watch Invasion another time.
We'll save it for next week. Alrighty. So yes, Sai would like me to point out there's a special super chat because there was no super chats today, so I sent a super chat. Anyways, definitely tune in next week.
Yes.
For more stupid, more reason to drink, more reason to scream.
Or
tomorrow,
to die of laughter, maybe.
Yes, to watch Mom NATO be never heard from again.
I'm sorry, that video with Tornado's reactions were just hysterical.
Agreed. And considering like 5 out of the 6 Game of Fools people are on right now, we do have a stream tomorrow, a very special stream. Jackbox Games has been kind enough to gift us a copy of Jackbox Party Pack 8, so we will be debuting that tomorrow. As for Shilling, Lavender.
Yes. She is on Sundays at noon Eastern. I don't know what time that is Pacific, and on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So those of you in Pacific time figure it out. I don't know it. So
Pacific time we start about 7 or I have no idea. I can't compute.
Noon would be like
there's the I network, of course. Tune in next week when we have Nurse Piggy say blank blank blank. Thank you, Kitsune. Anything else to shill? Yell things out.
No.
All right. But definitely tune in.
Oh wait, Purple with rhymes with orange. He has
yes, Perp.
She has something. I'm not sure what time or what day. So, but Purple has stuff too. So we don't want to forget Purple.
Yes, and we also have 2 other super chats. We have one from Armageddon's Fire saying thank you, and Cajun Crustacean saying alcohol money. Approve.
Yes.
Stall!
Why are we stalling?
Because I want you to.
Okay.
Wait. We can give a sneak peek to tomorrow. Snapping turtle tornado. Snapping turtle.
Shut up.
Snapping turtle glory hole?
Oh, slapping the Klingon?
I hate you.
You love us.
You know what? Never mind. I'll do it next week.
You love me, or you wouldn't tell me. Oh, it's smudge. That's my smudgy.
You.
No, I was trying to finally actually contribute to the chat.
That was my wonderful kitty who passed away a couple of months ago. He was a tuxedo kitty. I miss him so much.
Oh, smudgies.
Yeah. That's my bedroom. He was laying on my lap.
All right. Well, it might not be a cute little pug. I believe it is time to say goodnight, panel.
Good night,
Good night,
panel.
I was actually too busy trying to figure out how to